So, people, good evening, everyone. We are starting right now the English class for advanced group. It's a little late because we were already talking a little bit before, but let's keep the conversation about relationship building that we were talking last week. And I prepared some new questions here, okay? The first one is, how do you define a healthy relationship and what do you expect from it? This is tricky and this has a lot of possibilities for you to answer because there are a lot of criteria that you can choose to speak about. Okay, starting with Mr. Enes. About
Okay.
this subject, how can you describe define a healthy relationship and what do you expect from it? Not necessarily a love relationship, can be a relationship of friendship, a relationship of co-workers. Okay, these
Mm-hmm.
all these kind of relationships, what do you consider in your
Uh,
experience
from my
about
point
it?
of view, I think that first of all, it's necessary to have respect between each other. First thing is to be respectful and to be trustful as well, because nowadays it's not easy to find a real relationship, especially because it's difficult to find a real friends. For example, I don't have many friends, and I have one or two friends that I can trust on them, but
Mhm.
I think that the point is you need to be trustful and respectful and accept the difference that the people have.
Yeah, this is a good point. This is a
Yeah,
very good point because sometimes people don't respect your differences. Yes.
yeah,
And nowadays, there are a lot of people that they are not willing to make the necessary effort to be
no,
on your life, for example, right?
yeah, yes,
For example, speaking about love relationship instead of just a normal one, people nowadays, they are like intolerant for a lot of things.
yeah,
And they are like, oh, if it's not like how I want it, it's not going to work out. And the first
exactly,
obstacle they see, that they face, they just quit and say, no, this is not for me, and they don't even try.
exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me see here another person to give the opinion about it. Miji, do you have a microphone today? Okay, maybe not. So, Washington, do you have a microphone?
Hi, teacher.
Hello, mister. How are you doing? Are you good?
I'm a bit sleepy.
So, tell me a little bit about this situation there. What do you consider to be, what do you, how do you define a healthy relationship and what do you expect from it?
Well, a healthy relationship is when each person in the relationship uh gives gives the other something equally, contributes equally, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yes. It's like the scales of the relationship has to be in balance. Yes?
Yes.
It's a good point. It's a good point. And what kind of things do you value that you have to have in your relationship?
Well, uh, I will value patience and understanding.
Mm-hmm. That's all?
Uh, well, I don't know what else to say.
No problem, no problem. Maybe in the next question you have something else to say, okay? Let me see here. Mr. Rafael Santana, are you there? You have a microphone, mister. And the answer is no. And you, Isaac, are you there? Isaac?
Tô aqui.
Oh, good. Tell me, what do you think about this, and how do you define a healthy relationship, and what do you expect from it?
Pode repetir a pergunta?
Is the first one there. How do you define a healthy relationship, and what do you expect from it?
Hum. Não.
Oh,
I don't know.
you don't know? When you have a friend, what are the things that you say, oh, this is important to have in a friend?
Friendship.
What do you consider important in a friendship? Do you think that people having money is something important in a relationship?
More or less.
More or less?
More or less.
Explain to me why.
Depende. Depende da
Depends.
pessoa. Tem a que vai ser importante, o dinheiro da outra. E tem a que vai preferir outra qualidade.
Okay, that's important. What qualities? What's the best quality of a friend that you have? Do you know how to say it?
Não sei. Não sei responder.
Okay, no problem. Let me see another person here. Daniela Ferreira. Are you there? Do you have a microphone? Oh, oh, no problem, Fernando. Just a moment and then I ask you, okay? What about let me see, Daniela doesn't have a microphone. Ariel, do you have a microphone so you can talk to us today?
Yeah.
Good. Mister, tell me, how do you define a healthy relationship and what do you expect from it?
A romantic or a friendship?
Sorry?
A romantic relationship or a friendship?
Can be about a friendship. Doesn't need to be like a love relationship, okay? It's a relationship in general, okay?
Okay. I think hanging out and speaking with the person.
I have to pick up some stuff here. And what are the values and principles that you consider important in a relationship?
Respect.
Okay, and let me see here. Fernando, can you turn on your microphone right now, today or not?
Yes, I can.
Good. See, this guy is only 16 years old and his voice is deeper than mine. I am 30.
No, it's not a dip.
Jesus Christ. So much hormones. I don't have it. So tell me, how do you define a healthy relationship? What do you expect from it? And what are the values that you consider important in one?
Relacionamento tipo amizade ou aquele outro relacionamento tipo.
In general, all the kind of relationships that you consider. You can give like a definition, for example, for friendship, I value this. For a relationship of love, I define this. Okay, you can make it two different answers if you want.
Eu acho que para os dois seria necessário respeito e transparência.
So respect and transparency.
Sim.
To be plastic, for example,
Oi?
for you not to be plastic, not to be fake with other people,
Sim.
you have to be yourself.
É, basicamente.
Good. That's important. Let me just put my earphone here. Great. Where is the menu here? And for you, let me see here, Jordana, your turn to speak. What do you consider important in your relationship? Jordana, are you there? Hello? Is she talking, guys?
No.
Okay, I was like, okay, I turn on my earphones and I'm not listening anybody.
No, I'm here, but I
Okay,
didn't hear her.
you didn't hear her, and me neither.
No.
Jordana, do you have a microphone today or not? I don't think she's listening. Oh. Oh God, this is bad. See, this is what happens when you don't give the HBO Max account to your teacher. Your internet gets bad. This is a joke, okay, guys? Don't believe it. Let me see. Davi Brito, are you there?
Good evening, teacher.
Good evening, mister. Tell me, what are the values that you consider important in one relationship of a friendship, for example?
Se eu considero algum relacionamento importante,
No. What are the principles and the values that you consider important in a relationship? Quais os valores e princípios que você considera importante num relacionamento? Seja ele qual for. But in English.
confiança,
Trustful. Trust.
trustful,
Trust. What else? Do you consider honesty one important point?
ponto importante,
Do you consider honesty something important?
o respeito,
Respect.
respeito um pelo outro,
Mutual respect. This is good. This is good. And how do you show respect and support the people you relate to? What is one way of showing respect? You have an idea?
hum,
Okay, no problem. Let me ask the next question then. And as how do you how do you respect? How do you show respect and support to people you relate to?
I think that the main point is to be honest, to be transparent, be clear, be true, and if another person is passing for any problem, you can help her. So it is one of the ways that you can do to show her or him your respect. So this way you are going to keep a long relationship. If he Don't matter if he is your friend or your woman, don't matter. If you be honest all the moment and be transparent, yeah, you are going to keep this relationship for a long time.
This is good. This is good. And how do you deal with the differences and disagreements in your relationships?
I think the best
Don't
way,
necessarily in your love relationship, okay?
the best way is to keep clear communication. You know,
Mhm.
to open your mind, because sometimes it's not necessary to agree, but to understand. Okay, to respect your another opinion.
Uh-huh.
To be an understanding person. So that's it. You need to be more. There is a word that describe better. You need to be resilient. You know, that's
Sure.
it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this word is here, like in the previous 2 slideshows, I think, that we were talking about resilience, but
Yeah.
this one was not chosen for the people, so I skipped. And then we are
Okay.
talking a little bit about other things. Okay.
Okay.
Next week we can talk a little bit about this, because can show you how to be yourself no matter what happens. Yes, and I think it's a good way for us to express our
Yeah.
opinions. Okay, but not today.
Okay.
And what are the challenges and opportunities for growth that you face in your daily life for your relationships? Can you give us some examples?
Um.
Can you think of one? Like, don't need to expose yourself, okay? But if you want, all right, no, don't worry.
The question is, how can I didn't catch your question? What's the question, really?
The question is, what are the challenges that and opportunities for growth that you face in
Mm-hmm.
your relationships?
During my whole life, I have many challenges, but
Mm-hmm.
the best way to grow together is to face together. You know, you need to find a person that
Mm-hmm.
is willing to learn together, to understand the life together, and you need to find a person, a friend or a woman or a man, no matter, that he wants to grow together with you, to grow together with
Mm-hmm.
you. Yeah, you need to
Like
you
a
need to
real
have the
partner.
same. Yes, exactly. You need to have the same goals, objectives. You know, that's it.
Mm-hmm. This is very important. This is
Yeah.
very important. Let's see here. Cynthia, do you have a microphone today? Cynthia, are you there? Oh, I think she's.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yes, good. So tell me a little bit, Cynthia. How do you define a healthy relationship? What do you expect from one? And what are the values and principles that you consider important?
Different disagreement. Oh, okay.
Is the first 2 questions there?
The challenges in relation to future, together or not.
Mm-hmm.
Another a challenge is, I can say, the behavior. Um,
For what?
Yes, behavior like, for example, I'm calm and quiet, but
Mm-hmm.
my friend is not so positive of me.
It's the opposite of you. So you think this is not going to work out
Okay.
or not? Or it needs to have this contrast.
The distance. Oh,
I think your microphone just died. Oh, now I can hear you.
for example, I live in Brazil and my
Mm-hmm.
my friend or my boyfriend lives in another country. Okay,
Okay.
distance.
The distance is one challenge. Yes, this is one of the challenges that you face. But what are the values that you consider important to have a relationship to work out?
I think so. The truth. I
To be
think
truth, like
yes.
to be true to one another. This is good. This is very good. And be honest always, right? Let me see here. Let's see if the other questions are better. Let's see. Oh, this one is very, very good. What are some benefits of having healthy relationships in your personal and professional life? And as if you don't mind to start this one.
Okay. Personal and professional life. Oh, I think that if you can keep it, especially in the job, good relationships, it would be easier to get, for example, another position. Unfortunately, okay, because if you
Mhm.
are good enough in your job, but you don't have a good relationship, uh, sometimes your profile is not good to fit a certain kind of position. So I think that to
Mhm.
keep good relationships, especially in the job, it's a good point to try to climb on the corporate ladder. So it's
Oh,
important to keep
this is a
to
good
keep a
point.
environment good that you can grow together with the people there,
Mhm.
and to keep friends, to keep professionally, but to keep friends at the same time.
That's very nice. That's very nice. And
Yeah.
how do you manage this
Oh,
difference of friendship and co-working, like not to mess up,
mm,
you know?
mhm. I think that you needed to be professional during the job, but uh, for example, you need to know how to divide it, to separate yeah, the environment, the moments that you can be more,
Mhm.
how can I say, attached to the person, to the people in
Mhm.
your job, but you also can be needed to be professional. If you are a boss, for example, you
Mhm.
could be a friend of your employers, your employees, but
Mhm.
and you need to know how to manage this. You need to know how to divide the difference. You need to keep clear that you are the boss. For example, you are not
Uh-huh.
you are the friend, but you are as well the boss. Yes, it's
It's
not something
this
easy to do.
is isn't. Yes, it isn't. I know.
Yeah.
Because people, for example, there is a situation, imagine that you are responsible for a team
Mm-hmm.
and you know these people from out the job environment,
Mm-hmm.
and you hang out sometimes together, you know?
Yeah.
And then some personal stuff happens
Mm-hmm.
during the weekends or during vacation. And after you return to work, you have to charge the person for what they have to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, you are supposed to work for this, and do that, and you're not doing it.
Mhm.
And the people were going to be like, next time we are going out, we're not going to invite him because he's kind of a bad person at job. And you're like, oh, but there's nothing to do with it.
Mhm. No,
We
it's
needed to
something
get
that is
results.
difficult to
Yes.
manage. Yeah.
We have to show results for the company. We are
Yeah.
not just having fun here. We are working. We have our
Mm.
goals. Yes. We have metrics to reach. Yes.
Yes. Yeah, as
And
is I passed in my career, in my last career, I had some difficulties because I was a leader in my sector, and it was difficult to keep a good relationship outside of the company because of that. It was necessary to charge the people.
yeah,
So yeah, it's not easy.
one good example for this is, for example, when you lend money to a friend and the
Exactly.
person is like, they know that they have to pay you back in a
Hmm.
certain day, but they
Yes.
don't
Yeah.
because they forget or something like this. And then you go and oh, don't you remember that I lent you money last month, so I need the money back? And the person, oh, I forgot. And then they don't pay it. And then you
Yeah.
keep charging them. And then they stop inviting you to parties. You stop telling you things about their lives because they are uncomfortable with you charging them because of something they asked you for. Yes,
Yeah. I
this
think
is
that the people
tricky.
who do this, they aren't your real friends.
Yeah, they are not. They
Yeah.
aren't really,
Yeah.
not even trying to be.
Yeah.
And Washington, about you, what are some benefits of having healthy relationships in your personal and professional life?
Um,
Bloom, blue screen.
I don't know how to respond that question.
Is it a bad subject for you to talk about?
I just don't know how to respond. I just know that it's beneficial having a healthy relationship in your
Mhm.
professional and personal life. And that's it.
That's it.
Yes.
The answer, the question answers itself.
Yes.
It's like a rhetorical question.
I'm gonna say yes.
Okay then. All right. I don't know how Aeneas managed to answer, but okay. Maybe he has a superpower. I don't know.
No, to me it's necessary because I need to work with people who only speak English, so I don't have any choice. I need to know how to do.
So I have a tricky question for you. Answer it right now, or suffer the consequences.
Okay.
What are some uncommon mistakes of, oh, this one is tricky, of pitfalls that can harm relationships? So this kind of situation is like this. What do you do by accident that can harm your friendship with people? Okay, this to make the question easier. And the one that I want to answer this one first is Mr. Fernando. What are the common mistakes that people do that you noticed that can have uh, a bad result in a relationship?
Can you repeat the question?
Question is like this. What are some mistakes that people do while having a friend or having a love life stuff that can harm the relationship, that can make the relationship more difficult?
I think it is lying.
Lying. It's a good point. It's a good point, but it's not a good thing to do, okay? Don't confuse it.
Pera, a pergunta era sobre uma coisa que atrapalha ou não?
Yes.
Ah, tá, entendi.
So,
Eu acho que
lying,
mentira,
mm,
falsidade. Ah, acho que é isso.
lying, being fake. Yes.
Sim.
When you do false promises, does it make the friendship less too?
Acho que sim.
You think so? All right. What do you think about it, Ariel? Do you think this is true? Ariel, are you there? Still there? Knock, knock. Calling the duck. Are you there, Ariel? He's not. Oh,
Hi.
he is. Yes. So, do you agree with Fernando? Do you think this is true?
What?
That lying and making false promises can damage your relationships?
Yeah.
And how do you avoid doing this? Imagine the following situation. You know a bad situation is going on and you needed to talk to somebody about it, a friend of yours. But you know that if you do, it's going to be bad. But if you don't, you know that it's going to be worse. So what do you do?
Oh,
Do you tell them? Do
oh,
you lie to them? What do you do?
I think I told you.
Sorry, I didn't understand.
I think I will tell
You
the
tell
truth.
the truth?
Yeah.
All right. Even if it costs you a friend?
Yeah.
Oh, this is good. This question is good, guys. For that kind of conversations that we have the moral challenge, you know? The moral challenge, for example. I'm going to give today I'm not used to do this, okay? Not used to give homework for you. But I want you to think about one situation, okay? Imagine you have a couple of friends, they are together, they date each other, okay? They are very committed one to another one. And you know that one of them have been unfaithful, okay? They were unloyal. They cheated on the other, okay? You knew because you saw it happen, okay? You saw it happening and you were like, wow, how can I tell the other person that the other one is cheating on them? But if you tell, you're going to lose 2 friends. But if you don't tell, it's your best friend that is going to be like bad because of it, okay? So you have 2 options. One, you've pretended it doesn't happen, okay? It never happened. Or you tell your friend and you lose him and the girl because they are not going to believe you, or they are going to be very mad and they are going to stop talking to you because of it. So I want you to think about it. Don't need to answer me now, okay? Because we are running out of time, okay? And this is going to take a long time to answer because it's very sensitive. And I want you to bring me the answer for this on Friday, if possible, okay? So
Okay.
think of this situation. You have a couple that is your best friend, and you know that one cheated on the other, but you have two options. Don't tell the other person that he's being tricked, and live with this information for the rest of your life, consuming your mind, or you tell the other person, but you lose these two friends of yours. Okay?
Okay.
This is your kinda of homework for the next class. Okay? It's just for you to sleep thinking about it. And teacher Ramon is a very tricky person, and he's making me think about this impossible situation. Okay? This is the idea. Right, guys? So I'm gonna stop recording here the class so we can finish for today. But if you have any questions, we can chat a little bit after I finish here. Okay. So thank you very much, everybody, for coming and for participating in this class. And I see you on the next one. See ya.
Okay.